Good morning and welcome to John Beck. This is your principal, Mr. Lin, and I hope that you had a wonderful Wednesday yesterday. Today is Thursday, September 29th, 2022, and we're back to a day A. Now, before we kick off this wonderful day, I want to invite you, as I always do, to rise and face the flag for the Pledge of Allegiance. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Thank you. Go ahead and take a seat. I love that you're here in school. I know you guys hear it from me all the time, but truly, when you think about it, the school was built like as a school. And schools aren't really schools unless you have kids in it. Trust me, when you're here in the summer, like I am, and you're preparing day in and day out for the next school year, it just doesn't feel right, we don't have you. So you being in school completes us. That's awesome. We should dive right into our lunch menu for today. We always have 4 choices. Our hot lunch, choice 1 is the cheese and chicken pizza quesadilla. And then our choice 2 is the Chef Junior salad. Choice 3 for kindergarten, first and second grade students, it's the lunchbox meal with turkey. And then for our 3rd through 6th grade students, it is the turkey sandwich. Last but not least, for our choice 4, our final choice, is the sun butter sandwich. So go ahead and make your choice. Make sure your teacher knows so they can let the cafeteria prepare exactly what we need when it comes to lunchtime. All right, we have 3 expectations here at the school. Number 1, be respectful to yourself as well as to others. And yes, I always say to yourself, be respectful to yourself. Do things that will make you proud. At the end of the day, when you tell your story, when you look yourself in the mirror at the end of the day, maybe when you're brushing your teeth before bed, are you proud of yourself? Are you proud of the things that you've done? And if you are, then you have respected yourself. And the best way to respect yourself is to respect others, teachers, your friends, and all of that. Number 2, show that you're responsible with your hands, with your feet, with the words that come out of your mouth. I had a great conversation with some kindergartners yesterday who maybe one of them might not have been using their hands in a respectful and responsible way. Well, we talked about it. Each one of us, we've got hands. And the only person that can control your hands are yourself. You can't control Mr. Lin's hands, only Mr. Lin can. Only I can't control your hands, only you can. And whether we like it or not, our hands can be hurtful or they can be helpful. Giving high fives, picking up something that was dropped, giving someone a pat on the back. Those are helpful ways our hands can be used. I hope that you choose to use your hands in helpful ways. And last but not least, show that you're ready. Ready to learn, ready to ride the bus, ready to talk at a level 1 in the cafeteria, ready to help somebody, right? Ready to get up there and make somebody's day amazing. Have you thought about being ready for that? I hope you have. All right. Now, let's jump into this day in history. So today is September 29th, 2022, but a couple hundred years ago, back in 1789, we had a really important organization in our country get started. We decided that not only were we going to have it for a little bit, we're going to have this organization for as long as our country exists. You see, we had just finished fighting the Revolutionary War that allowed us to become the United States of America. We were basically creating our country. And back in 1789, that was when we made our first rule book on how to run our country. It was called the Constitution. And we looked back a couple years before that, and we realized we had, in order to get our country to be started, we had to fight the great country of Britain, of England, because they ruled us. They were our rulers, and we had to fight them off in order to become our own country. So in order to fight them off, we had to create an army. But after we won the war, we weren't sure if we were going to keep the army around. Yeah, like we were able to start a country, and we're like, I don't know. Should we hold on? Should we have an army? We're not fighting a war anymore. Should we have an army just in case? So back in 1789, they decided, you know what? Let's have an army permanently, forever. As long as our country exists, no matter we're in war or not, we're always going to have an army. It's called a standing army. So on September 29th, today, back in 1789, our Congress, our Senate, our representatives, our president, all of the big people who make the rules decided, you know what? We're not going to have an army just for war. We're going to have an army just being at the ready in case we ever need them. And that is why we have an army no matter what's going on, right? If we're fighting a war, we have an army. If we don't have to fight a war, we still have an army. And that decision was made today, back in 1789. All right, let's jump into our announcements. Great job with Picture Day yesterday. For 5th and 6th grade students, don't forget that the music club auditions are happening on October 6th. If you're interested in it, make sure to pick up a permission slip outside the music room, outside of Miss Horton's room. I did walk by that desk yesterday, and I noticed that a lot of permission slips were picked up. So you guys are definitely getting the message. Also, don't forget tomorrow is our Gold Out Day. We want to support our high school students in Warwick High School as they try to raise some money to help kids who are fighting cancer, helping the doctors come up with new ways to beat cancer, to save our kids' lives. So, you know what? I think that is awesome, and I do want to support them. I'm going to be looking to wear some gold. I hope that you guys will as well. Last but not least, I want to tell you this. If someone else hasn't told you this, I love you, I care about you, and I'm here to encourage you. Love, care, and encouragement. You know, yesterday I was at Sheetz. I think many of you guys know about Sheetz. It's a gas station, but if you go inside, you can order food at one of those computers. And last night, I was trying to decide what food I wanted to order, and someone tapped me in the back. And I turned around, and I heard the word thank you. I didn't know what that meant until I realized that the kid standing in front of me was a 6th grader. Not just any 6th grader, a John Beck 6th grader. And, well, that kid met the challenge, because you know this challenge. I need you to go out there and tell people love, care, and encouragement. And then if they meant something to you, tell them thank you. That made my day. You kids can make my day. That made my day last night. I'm so glad I was at Sheetz, not because I got food, because somebody happened to tap me on the back and say thank you. And that was awesome. That's all I needed. So go do the same thing to others. Spread the love, spread the care, spread the encouragement. Can't wait to see you guys around. Have an awesome day.